What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to give my predictions for game 36 in the Premier League. Friday night at Kenilworth Road, Luton Town against Everton, a huge game for Luton. Everton now safe, they don't have anything to play for, but they have won their last 3 games on the bounce and 3 clean sheets in that time as well. They were all at home however, and Kenilworth Road has been a very tough place to go, but Luton were dismantled by Brentford last time there. And then Everton, despite only winning 1-0 against Brentford, were very dominant. So I think Everton are going to win. I'm going 1-0 to the Toffees. Luton just have so many injuries. Both sides like to play with crossing, they like width. And Everton are just really good at defending. So I feel like it will be very tough for Luton to score. They did win at Goodison Park, but I think Everton will get the job done. It is a game Luton have to win though if they are going to survive. I think if they don't win here, they're probably done. Arsenal-Bournemouth lunchtime kickoff on Saturday. I'm going 3-0 Arsenal. Despite Bournemouth being really good this season, I've sang their praises. They're even outperforming what I thought they were going to be. I thought they were going to finish around 12th. Currently in the top half. Arsenal have just been so relentless. They've just been so good, and Bournemouth can be a bit open at times. There are games where they have been shut out as well. They're a very streaky team. They'll have like a 6-7 game spell where they just lose, and then they'll have another 6-7 games where they just win. Yeah, I think Arsenal just got a bit too much quality at this stage of the season, where Bournemouth do still have an outside chance of Europe, but it's very unlikely. Arsenal still going for the title. They know they cannot afford to slip up. West London derby up next, Brentford against Fulham. Brentford did win 3-0 at Craven Cottage. I don't think they're going to do that here again. I also don't think Fulham are going to get revenge. I've gone with a 2-2 draw. Fulham have been better than Brentford this season on the whole. Brentford, however, have been very unlucky with injuries. They had Tony out for half season with his gambling addiction, and Bomo been out for multiple months. Pinnock's been out for a couple months. He is now back. Obviously, Henry's missed the vast majority of the season as well. There are some key players there that have been out for a large parts of the season. They were dreadful against Everton, and Fulham overall have just played the better football. But I don't know, it's just one of those, I have a weird feeling. I feel like Fulham are going to just make a stupid mistake, and Mbeumo or Tony will be just have a one-on-one and they'll finish it off. Burnley against Newcastle. Burnley on a really good run of form, only 1 defeats in the last 8 games. Newcastle have been absolutely dreadful on the road, but when you are dreadful on the road, the one place you want to go is Burnley, because they've got the joint worst home record in the league this season. I think Newcastle are going to win 3-1, mainly just because Burnley just make too many mistakes, man. And when you're coming up against players like Alexander Isak, Anthony Gordon, Harvey Barnes, you can't be affording to make mistakes. Newcastle's defence is pretty shot a bit. Shaw is also now ruled out for the rest of the season. But I still, Burnley, they have been scoring a few more goals. They just don't score enough. I was tempted to put 3-2, but they just haven't scored 2+ goals in enough games this season. As long as Newcastle will remain focused, they should be able to win. Sheffield United against Nottingham Forest. Sheffield United are already relegated. Nottingham Forest fighting just outside the relegation zone. I've gone 3-1 Forest. I think if they don't win here, they don't deserve to stay up. Even they have been unlucky, they've had their points deduction, which hopefully will get overturned. And they've had a lot of games this season where they probably were a bit robbed, like against Liverpool, like against Everton. I think they've just got too much quality, especially going forward, man. That attack is too good to be in the Championship. Gibbs, White, Elanga, Hudson-Odoi, and even Chris Wood, that's a great attack, man. Sheffield United have spells where they'll concede 3 goals in about 4 minutes, and I think that'll be the undoing here. Manchester City against Wolverhampton Wanderers. I've gone 4-1 Man City. Shouldn't really be too much of an issue for them. Wolves have been way better than anyone thought they were going to be this season. They've also just announced that they've signed Tommy Doyle from Manchester City for next season for just £4.3 million, which is an absolute steal. He's a really good player. I don't know why City have let him go for such a cheap price, but yeah, fair play to Wolves for getting him. I don't think he can play because he's still technically on loan from City. So obviously that's a big miss. It's at that point in the season now where City will just churn out wins, and Wolves aren't exactly the hardest opponent, especially considering they've got nothing to play for. Do you know what I mean? It's a game City should win comfortably. It's like the Arsenal-Bournemouth one. Brighton and Hove Albion against Aston Villa. This is a very interesting game. Villa won the reverse fixture 6-1 in Birmingham. Brighton are winless in their last 6 games, and they've only scored 2 goals. However, Villa just lost 4-2 at home in the Europa Conference League semi-final first leg against Olympiacos. The second leg's on Thursday. They're going to have one eye on that, and I think they're going to take their foot off the gas here. I'm going 2-1 Brighton. I think they'll end their streak. and they'll get back to winning ways. You know, they've had Enciso come back in recent weeks as well as João Pedro. So they should be able to kick on a little bit and hopefully for them end the season strong. For Villa, yeah, I think they'll have an eye on that Conference League. They'll be, you know, trying to just get through to that game. The way they played against Chelsea was really poor, and I think Brighton, they are open, and Villa definitely could win this game, but I think there'll be a bit of fatigue and they won't be focusing on this game. Chelsea, West Ham, another London derby. I'm going 2-1 Chelsea. I don't want it to be 2-1 Chelsea. I hope West Ham win, but I don't think they will. Chelsea are playing some really good football with Enzo Fernandez out. West Ham are not playing good football. David Moyes has got them chained, man. And West Ham do have the individual quality to win this game. I think Chelsea are playing better as a unit, and I think they'll get the job done. Liverpool, Tottenham. It's a very interesting game. Both teams in quite poor form, not playing anywhere near as well as they could be and as they have been. I'm going to do a bit of a Rory Jennings, so I'm going to give 2 predictions. Yeah. I'll obviously only lock in 1, but I'm going to say 2, yeah. So either going to be 4-1 to Liverpool, or it's going to be 3-2 to Tottenham. And I'm going 3-2 Tottenham. I just have a weird feeling, man. Liverpool have completely imploded. Klopp losing his head in press conferences and stuff. Salah and Klopp just, you know, having beef. Van Dijk potentially going to be out for this game. That is huge. He's been by far the best player this season. He's been an absolute Rolls Royce. No one can get past him. I mean, I did say Tottenham are going to beat Chelsea. I mean, that was mainly just a hate prediction though, because I mean, Tottenham have won once at Stamford Bridge in the last 33 years. Tottenham do have a really bad record at Anfield. I mean, last year they were 3-0 down. They brought it back to 3-3 and still lost it. Finally, Selhurst Park under lights. Crystal Palace, Manchester United. I'm going with a 3-1 Palace win. I think they're just way better than Man United right now. Like, Man United are in a very false position. With the way they've formed the season, they should be down towards the bottom end of the table. Palace under Glasner have been really good lately. They beat Liverpool, they beat Newcastle without conceding a goal, by the way. I have said Man United are going to score, and I don't really know why I said that. Like, I can't really see where the goal comes from, but Palace will also be boosted by the return of Gahey, potentially the return of Eze as well. Yeah, I think it could be even more than that, to be honest with you. If Palace just play their game, they don't think, oh, it's Man United, and they shouldn't do that considering they went to Liverpool and won, they will win easily. Fernandes potentially out for Man United as well. I actually don't think that's that big of a deal if Mount is the one that comes in. I think he's better. Anyway, those are my predictions. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I'll see you soon for that video.